Hey there, running weirdos and outdoor zealots. This video finds me in Galway, Ireland. That's right, an entirely different continent than usual. We took a week-long trip through a pretty substantial portion of the island that was a literal whirlwind. We arrived just in time for the named storm Amy to hit the Irish coast. The first couple days were just a tad bit windy. At one point, we even hit a candlelit pub while the electricity was out, way up in Dunklow. The wind was blowing, the taps were working, the peat fire was roaring, and we were the only Americans in the place. Without moving there, I'm not sure you could have had a more authentic Irish experience. I had grand plans to do a bunch of runs or hikes, but the 90-mile-per-hour winds had another thing to say about that. In true stout-hearted Minnesota form, Kristen and I still got outside quite a bit. You always hope for sunny skies while you're on vacation, but sometimes bad weather can make for hilarious stories and can make you appreciate the place even more. We've been pelted with ice chunks on the shores of Lake Superior all the time, just for the sake of seeing big waves. At least in Ireland it was above freezing. By the time we made it down to Galway, the wind had let up, somewhat. It was still gusting at about 30 miles an hour. The bulk of my real-world audio is garbage, so enjoy the music, I guess. Galway is a medium-sized city on the west central coast of Ireland. It was loads of fun with plenty to see and do. Like a lot of the places we seemed to end up in, it had quite a few commonalities with Duluth back home. You like what you like, apparently. It's even about the same size with a little less than 90,000 people. This run winds through Galway City, passing the Spanish Arch and the often photographed brightly painted buildings of the Long Walk. Then we'll make our way along the length of Salthill Promenade, finishing just after the Black Rock diving board, where a surprising number of people were still out braving the wind and the 40-degree temps to swim in the bay. I was impressed with the number of people that weren't letting the imperfect weather keep them indoors. Thousands of miles from home, but these are my type of folks. Anyway, stay tuned to the end of the video for some of my photos from the trip. And please feel free to hit me up in the comments if you want any more information for planning your own Irish vacation. That's all for now. Have a good run. Well, I've reached the end of the promenade, so that's it from Galway, for now. Being fortunate and privileged enough to be able to see other parts of the world is something that I never take for granted. If you're lucky enough to be able to make a choice between accumulating more stuff and seeing a different part of the world, I can't encourage you enough to think about the intrinsic value of travel. You can't take it with you, right? And if you go somewhere, get outside, take a big long walk, or run, even if the weather is gross. It's the absolute best way to truly experience a place. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. YouTube continues to fill everyone's feed with content from either enormous channels or AI-generated garbage. For better or worse, YouTube really only cares about eyeballs and ad impressions. So please do your best to interact with and spend your time watching small creators that are trying to make cool stuff. Even if it isn't finely polished, we'll all be better for it. That's it for me from the other side of the pond, or maybe your side of the pond. Either way, have a good run.